Super Speedway as we're getting set for 90 laps of racing here, 24th race of the season, playoff race number 3 for the PCSRA Buffalo Wild Wings Series. Today, we're about to determine who is moving on to the Elite 8, who will be the 4 drivers that will sadly be eliminated from the title hunt. As you look at the points over here to your right, of course, I will reveal who is moving on and who's not, and then you will see the reformatted points heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Kansas. Stephanie Driscoll on the pole position alongside Lucky Prescott, Hattie Swore, and Diana Lawson, row 2. Those are non-playoff contenders, and non-playoff contenders have won the first 2 playoff races of this round. So nobody has locked themselves a spot into the next round of the playoffs. In fact, the first 8 spots are non-playoff contenders. You would have to go all the way back to row 5 to even find our first 2 playoff contenders. That would be Ari Springer and Greta Wagner. As you're looking at the grid, by the way, here is the rest. A couple of playoff contenders starting at the back of the grid. Let's get these cars rolling out on the track. And let's go over the point standings for you, presented by Golden Corral. The top 12 we have. So, Annie Winters leads the points by 3 points over Carla Sinat, 4 points over Wyatt Garcia, 57 points over Bell San Diego. Darby King's 5th, 62 points back. 76 points back is Max Lipson, 6th. Monica Towns is 7th. 8th is Jesse Ard. That's the critical 8th position in the points. Greta Wagner's 9th, 3 points back of Jesse Ard. 11 points back of Jesse Ard would be J.J. Park. 20 points back would be John Wesley Allen. And, of course, Ari Springer, who starts 9th. She is a total of 36 points back, which she starts right there. And if none of our 12 playoff drivers wins this race today, we're going to have a tie for the points lead in the reformatted points in 2 weeks at Kansas. Here we go. Who is moving on? Who will be eliminated? Boogity, boogity, boogity. And car on pit road for some reason. Hopefully it's a tire issue. Maria Nowicki with a mechanical problem. That's not good for that 19. Hopefully they can get it fixed, or they're going to be in a world of hurt. That's a non-playoff contender. She's had a rough year so far. She's still on pit road. Is she out of the race, or is she not going to take the start? As Stephanie Driscoll leads first lap. Nope, she's coming back out. Okay. She's going to cross the line now. But now she's 1 lap down. So, mechanical problems for Maria Nowicki. So, a tough break for her. Question's going to be, is she going to be up to speed or not when the leaders do catch her? Hattie Swore in the 86. Former winner this season, but was not high enough in points for that win to count towards a spot into the playoffs. She will head into tomorrow's Monster Energy Series race, more than likely going to have to face a must-win situation. She made it in the next round in the Truck Series playoffs yesterday, as I'm about to go get a fly, because this fly is about to start bugging the fuck out of me. And do not count that as an F4, because I just woke up just now. Okay. Ugh, shit. Maria Nowicki still there. There's Maddie Crenshaw making her first start of the season. Let me double check to confirm that with you all so I don't derp. And I am correct. It is her first start of the year. Maddie Crenshaw, whose little sister was recently eliminated from the Truck Series playoffs last week. There's Annie Winters, the points leader back here. Luke Peters is back here. So is Ari Springer. This is not what Ari Springer needs. Thankfully, if she gets eliminated from one championship, she can focus on the other championship. JJ Park is back here. This is not what JJ Park needed. Same for John Wesley Allen. Oh, we got a crash. We got a crash on the back straightaway. It's the 54 round. That's Melanie Rogers, who's making her first start of the year. Makoto Tanaka, is that a caution? Yes, it is a caution. Caution's out for the first time here in this elimination race. And it's Makoto Tanaka and Melanie Rogers. Let's see what happened here. They caught up to the 9 of Maria Nowicki. And it looks like the 54 turned to 9. 9 car saved it. However, she came down, got the 44. Oh, 44 goes and hits the inside wall. Doesn't look like the 54 hit anything. Good job for Melanie Rogers to keep the double mint Toyota off the wall. And she'll probably need some fresh tires after that. Have a little stack up back here. Not sure why. It's not hard to get in line, guys. Come on. Hattie Sward led us back to our first caution of the day. I'll send this in the president's chat. Or actually, no, I'm not. I'd rather just tell you who got eliminated and all that, yada, yada, yada. I'll probably go get some food after this race. One to go signal has been given by the pace car. John McGuire, the driver of the pace car. The Chevy Camaro pace car, the official pace car of the Buffalo Wild Wings series. And a playoff contender is out of this race, JJ Park. Uh-oh. JJ Park is out of this race. The question is why? Why is he out of the race? Oh, that's why. He got turned by the 11 of Luke Peters. Uh-oh, that's... JJ Park got turned by Luke Peters. That's why he was smoking. And JJ Park is now out of the race. That is all she wrote. JJ Park has become our first driver officially eliminated from the championship. Tough break for Junior Motorsports. He will not be moving on to the next round. So we now know our first driver who is officially eliminated, and that would be the driver of the 7. So disappointment for JJ Park, but he'll look to try to go out these last 4 races and try to go get a victory to conclude what has been a very good rookie year for the 7. But sad to see he is now the first car. He is now not only out of this race, he is also the first driver officially eliminated from championship contention. So, tough break for him. There's your most recent winner leading this race, Lucky Prescott. We talked about Abigail and Prue Granger. They will be racing full-time in the Truck Series next season. Lucky Prescott will stay here in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series next season. That was confirmed today. Check and see where the rest of our playoff grid. Ari Springer's back there in 37th. This is not what Ari Springer needs. John Wesley Allen's back there. And where's the 09, you ask? 09's running in 19, so we'll have to see where this situates the 09 once I put the points in. But right now, we already know one driver who's officially eliminated. We don't know who the other 3 will be. And Luke Peters has got a lot of damage, probably at the right side of his colleague Chevrolet. it looks like Maria Nowicki, she's got bigger problems with that 9 car. There's Samantha Greenville. We talked about, drivers in the danger zone of getting eliminated. Let's talk about drivers who could be in danger of losing their charters for next season. We already know the 12 drivers who made the playoffs will keep their charters for next season. We know that for certain. Coming into this race, the five drivers who come into this race in the danger zone of losing their charters are Sierra Harris, who, by the way, is also in the danger zone in the Monster Energy Series of losing her spot. So if she loses her spot in Monster and loses her charter in Buffalo Wild Wings Series, I almost said trucks, she would drop to trucks. Contact between April Winters and Sean Arp, but they keep it together. So, yeah, this is a important race for Sierra Harris. Emily Elizabeth is 2. Chloe Carmichael, 3. Hugo's going to be staying here in Buffalo Wild Wings Series because he's in the playoffs for trucks. Greenville, 4. And the other bad news for Luke Peters, he's one of those drivers also in the danger zone of losing his charter. So him taking out a playoff contender didn't do his hopes of keeping his charter any favors. As there you see Ginger Fountley making her Buffalo Wild Wings Series debut. Driving for MBM, she will drive for Zachary Taylor's team, which is Indiana Motorsports, next season here in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. They will be Toyotas next year. I don't think finding Toyotas will be an issue for me. We also have yet to have... we also got to figure out, these drivers I don't think can make it 90 laps on a fuel run. And this is, by the way, on the GNS physics. So they will need to pit before this race is over. So Luke Peters didn't do his playoff hopes any favors. Mia Watts, by the way, came in this race on the bubble of possibly losing her charter. And her chances of going to the Monster Energy Series going to go bye-bye if she doesn't stay out of that danger zone. And, of course, if any of the remaining 11 in this race that wins this race, you're automatically going to have the points league going into the reformatted points, which begins at Kansas. Don't forget, tomorrow, as we look at our Wendy's race menu, tomorrow we cap off our Nashville weekend with the Monster Energy Series races, our division races right here at Nashville. Hopefully you'll tune in for what will be 4 good races. Because unlike Trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings Series, who have concluded the first round and will start round 2 in 2 weeks' time, we're going to start the second round of the playoffs. Monster last week had their first elimination race. I'll go ahead and tell you who were the 4 drivers that got eliminated. So, yep, Jacob Tutu and Jazz Sugartown, who you'll see them and the other Monster Energy Series drivers tomorrow. As Hattie Swore currently leader. And for those that don't know who got eliminated last week at Kentucky in the Monster Energy Series, saw the early departure of Samantha Maple, 5-time winner this season, getting eliminated. Shocker there. Mike Chilton, Bridget Thomas, and Red Riding Hood, 2 rookies and 2 veterans as the early departures of this playoff run. So they'll look to finish their finish the last 7 races, trying to find victory lane as many times as they can. And of course, those 4 drivers I mentioned, of course, they were just recently eliminated from the playoffs. And of course, after this race, Buffalo Wild Wings Series drivers will take an off week next week. Next week, it's only Monster Energy Series because we will have our second race of the second round. And then the following week, we will see the Buffalo Wild Wings Series, the Truck Series, and the AutoZone Amateur Series at Kansas. For this series and trucks, Buffalo Wild Wings and trucks, that is, it will be the first race of the second round. As we're going to go back to Hattie Swore right now. We were just checking the field, and Lucky Prescott decided to rub paint on playoff contender Carla Sanat. But they keep it together. We're still green flag racing. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. For trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings, we'll start their first race of the second round. Of course, AutoZone Amateur Series will be their 13th race of the season, and then Monster Energy, it will be their second elimination race, as we will lose 4 more drivers from that championship and whittle it down to our Elite 8. You can go away. Thank you very much. That stupid virus bullshit popping up is like, you can go away. Our playoff contenders, as of now, she would automatically move on to the next round where she's running. Of course, Darby King was already eliminated from the Monster Energy Series title, even though she did go to victory lane, but it was not enough for her to get that win counted towards a spot into the playoffs, so... I know it's missing an S, but next time I do Buffalo Wild Wings Series, I'll just shorten it to BWWS, so that way it makes it a little easier. I'll do that for next season. There's Lucky Prescott having a good run right behind Hattie Swore. Hattie Swore, by the way, will be in the Monster Energy race tomorrow, as she's trying to keep her spot up in that series. Melanie Rogers, who spun and brought out our only yellow of the race, she rallied all the way back to 7th, had to get four fresh tires and start at the rear of the field, so... Also had to repair some damage to her car. There's Belle San Diego, playoff contender. She's battling with Jared Underhill. And of course, as I said, after today's race, we're going to be now down to our Elite 8 here in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. And like I said, we'll start the second round, which will be at Kansas, Talladega, and our final elimination race at the Homestead Miami Speedway, which, interestingly enough, all 3 series will have elimination weekend at Kansas to determine the final 4 to compete for the championship at Homestead, or excuse me, at Toronto, as Lucky Prescott, by the way, has taken the lead. Of course, Lucky Prescott, if she wins this race, it would be her 2nd win in a row. The only driver other than Lucky Prescott that won was Rebecca Hawkins, who you will see her in the Monster Energy Series race tomorrow. Of course, Rebecca Hawkins, the outgoing Monster Energy Series champion, the defending series champion over there, has not been to victory lane, to my surprise. Makoto Tanaka's off the pace, so that damage she took to that inside wall is really hurting her car. Ginger Fountley's not having a good run. Max Lipson's not having a good run either. Both of the Red Bull cars could not afford a bad finish. Samantha Greenville, who's trying to keep our charter. John Wesley Allen's in danger of being eliminated. He came in this race 11th of the 12 drivers in points. Monica Towns is back here. This is not good news for Monica Towns. Ari Springer, as of now, she would be eliminated. And remember what happened when the points leader, which was Samantha Maple, who I talked about, and you'll see her tomorrow, when she had 5 wins, she got eliminated last week due to a poor finish because Brittany White barely beat her by 10 points to even make it into the round of 12 over in Monster Energy. There's Greta Wagner. We're going to have to see where this situates her and Jessie Art. Jessie's running in 13th, so she's not going to be ahead of Jessie. She is ahead of drivers like Monica Towns, Max Lipson, as far as where she's running is concerned. So maybe, just maybe, she would possibly move on to the next round. But remember, we still have a pit stop to go here in this race. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and send this to Cody. Or I'll send this in the Triple P chat. So, yeah. Now we got my thing working. Yep. So, I did Discord. I will put this in the president's chat. So, yeah. Yeah, I may just, we'll see what happens. So anyway, coming up to lap number 40 of this 90 lapper. I've shortened the race, by the way, so you can tell why it's 90 laps. So anyway. But like I said, I'm not going to reveal to you all who will be the 4 that get eliminated. You will just have to see that for yourself. So, yes. So, that's going to be the only thing I'm not going to reveal to you all, so. As this fly is about to start bothering me, and I'm going to go get a fly swatter so this fly can leave me alone. While I cook some lunch at the same time while we're in a long green flag run. I wonder what kind of pressure Ari Springer is going to be facing tomorrow when she's getting ready to go into her first appearance in the round of 12. Warm up. Sorry about that. I was getting some lunch made for myself. And no one has showed up, so I'm just going to continue doing the race. Halfway through this elimination race here at Nashville. Of course, remember, Annie Crenshaw will be in this series next season, since she is one of the 10 drivers who will be moving up to the playoffs from the Truck Series. And I also want to mention one other thing in terms of next season's concern for this series and for the Truck Series. We're going to have no Foster Series drivers as far as that's concerned. We'll still have some Monster Energy Series drivers be in this series just if they want to get some extra laps and blah, 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 blah. But there will be no Foster's drivers after this season. We will just have all Buffalo Wild Wings Series regulars. There could be there will be sometimes a few truck regulars and a few Monster regulars, but that's kind of it. Or if they want to have no Monster Energy Series drivers in Buffalo Wild Wings and trucks, make it a little easier for us. Like no Monster drivers in trucks and Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll still have Truck Series drivers still racing here in Buffalo Wild Wings to make it a little fairness. They're about to catch Luke Peters and put him a lap down. Of course, Peters gave his race 20th in the points. The gal that was trying to run him down for that spot, Samantha Greenville, not having a good run. Wyatt Garcia, we'll have to see where this is going to situate Wyatt Garcia here after today's race. Maria Nowicki only 3 laps down, and J.J. Park, who's been released from the Infield Care Center, he is out of the race, and his championship hopes are done, as J.J. Park became one of the 4 drivers who have sadly been eliminated. So, but who will be the other 3 that will join him in making an early exit from this round? We'll have to wait and see. So we'll have to have a new replacement driver for the 0 next year. We're going to have a lot of replacement drivers we're going to have. So we're going to have a lot of new cars for next season that will need to get replaced. That 61 that Ginger Fountley is running, that will be what Zachary Taylor's team will be racing next season. Ginger Fountley will be driving that 61 next season. And that team will have a charter for next season. Keep that in mind, because Ginger Fountley is a rookie in this series. So there you go. I don't know if Ginger Fountley has won a truck race before. She might also make her return to the truck series just to see if she can get her first career win. I'll have to ask Alex Hawkins if that is indeed the case, if Fountley has won. I don't think... No, my stat guy just told me Ginger Fountley's never won a truck race. Okay, so she'll probably also make her return to the truck series next season, depending if she has a charter or not. There's Jake Putnam in the 20. Of course, remember, DVR will have the ownership of the 20 because it'll be a Chevrolet next season. Same with the 18, which is currently occupied by Sean Art. He's running the black scheme this week because I was too lazy to change paint schemes. I'm sorry. It is my fault. And I know I'm going to get tackled by Senor Sean. Lulu Champagne leads this race. Lulu is trying to find victory lane for the first time this season. She's the only driver from Chip Ganassi Racing who has yet to go to victory lane this season. Bridget Thomas won at Japan, and Ari Springer won. Oh, we got a big crash in the back! Big crash in the back! Oh, we got a huge one! Who's that up there? That's Mia Watts. Paul Michaels collected. Caution is out for the second time today. Now my next question was, did any of our playoff contenders get involved in this? And it looked like a playoff contender got collected in this mess, and that would be Carla Sinaj. She turned Paul Michaels, that's male abuse, all the way down into Lucky Prescott, who made a great save right in front of Paul Michaels' teammate, and also in front of a couple of playoff contenders who barely skate through. That was Jesse Art. That was almost an early exit for Jesse Art. Jesse Art and Darby King, couple of playoff contenders who narrowly avoided that wreck. So our second caution of the day is out. Leaders are making pit stops. They can make it the rest of the way. While that is going on, I'm going to go ahead and put my lunch in the oven. Alright, I have returned. Alright. Lights have not gone out on the pace car, so we have not gone back to green yet. Right now we're still waiting for the ticker to go ahead and update for drivers out of the race. Fortunately, they're going to be non-playoff contenders. I wonder how much damage the 32 got from turning the 43. And by the way, remember the 43 and the 45 are teammates at Petty Enterprises, so that was really a close call. Almost seeing the 45 make an early exit from the playoffs. As the lappers have already made their pit stops. Bet Ari Springer needed some fresh tires, if you ask me, because she was starting to drop back on that run. It's like we have just gotten the 1 to go signal, so we're going to go back to green next time by. Drivers out after that incident, only 2 drivers, and thankfully they're non-playoff contenders. However, this is not what Mia Watts needed. She is out of the race along with Paul Michaels. The good news for Mia Watts is the guy who was trying to run her down for that safety zone is also having a bad run, which is Luke Peters. So, yeah. The gal that they need to be worried about would be the 84 of Samantha Greenville. That would be their other driver they got to worry about. Green flag's back in the air, and looks like whatever the issue was on the 9 on the pace lap, that 9 team has not fully recovered from that, so that's a tough break for Maria Nowicki. It's not been a good last couple of weeks for that team. And of course, when I start a VC, I'm also going to be working on the reformatted points for both the trucks and for this series. So you'll see who got eliminated as far as this is concerned. You will not see the reformatted points. Oh, we got a huge accident! Couple of playoff contenders in it. John Wesley Allen, Carlos Sanat. Cautions out. Molly Thomas collected. Scarlett Nelson is leaving this ride. Diana Lawson, Wyatt Garcia, playoff contender. Ginger Foutley, tough break for Ginger Foutley in her debut. Wyatt Garcia, Carla Sanat, Emily Elizabeth. Ari Springer, did she get any damage out of that? I can't tell. She's got a little hood buckle, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of damage to the target Dodge. That's also a playoff contender, may I remind you. All right, we're going to red flag this because there's too much debris on the back straightaway. John Wesley Allen was involved. That is his championship hopes done. So now I know who is the second driver who's been eliminated. But how did this get started? Oh, Chloe Carmichael was collected? I didn't see this. May I remind you this was on the restart. Oh, that's female abuse for Jake Putnam. And this was all because Maria Nowicki stacked everybody up and took a good chunk of cars out of this race. There's the contact there. The 20 getting the 32. Nowhere for Molly Thomas to go. That was right also in front of the 09. Boy, that was almost an early exit for the 09. Scarlett Nelson. There's Emily Elizabeth getting collected. I think Ari Springer got through. Oh, she hit Wyatt Garcia. Makoto Tanaka got collected. Carla Sanat came as race second in points. Uh-oh. This could also mean Carla Sanat could have had her championship hopes be gone. Oh, boy. This could really make things interesting because here, this is good news for Ari Springer because if drivers ahead of her in points run into trouble, this could really help her gain some points. And she's going to be ahead of both John Wesley Allen and J.J. Park. We know that for certain. We're going to go back to green. Boy. Out of the race. Wyatt Garcia, third in points, is out. John Wesley Allen, that will be his championship hopes done. Chloe Carmichael's out of the race. Sierra Harris, boy, she is not going to be getting out of the danger zone, that's for certain. Emily Elizabeth is also out of the race. Carla Sanat, April Winters, Diana Lawson, Molly Thomas, and Makoto Tanaka. That could also mean this could also end Carla Sanat's playoff hopes. But we'll have to see. Because now Ari Springer, this is really falling into her hands right now as we're back to green because she's got to hope more playoff contenders in front of her in points run into trouble. Caution! Jesse Art's in it! Victor Gonzalez and Maria Nowicki! Jesse Art, who came in this race 8th in points! This is really falling into the hands of Ari Springer. This is big. Caution is out. Now the question is, if the 19 drops out of the race, this could put Ari Springer into the Elite 8. Oh my goodness. How in the flippin' world is Ari Springer, of all people, surprising us? How on earth is Lucky Prescott getting lucky? I swear to God. And another playoff contender was collected, Bell San Diego. So that's why Jesse Art got involved, is because Bell San Diego got tired of the 9 car. So that's 2 more playoff contenders, and this is helping Ari Springer, of all people. Oh, she's crashed. She's crashed. Oh, no. She's blown up. Ari Springer's blown up. Oh, so much for me saying this could really help her. Well, oh boy. But now the question is, where's this going to put Jesse Art, of all people? Gearbox is blown on Ari Springer. I think that might have just done it right there for her. So another playoff contender involved. I think we now know who the 4 drivers have been eliminated. My goodness. Nobody out of the race from that incident, but Ari Springer is out of the race. That is Ari Springer's championship hopes done. Jesse Art, you are one lucky little lady because you just saved yourself from being eliminated. If I'm not mistaken, I think the couple of question marks is going to be the 32 and the 28. Because we'll have to see if that is confirmed. Every time I think a driver is going to be eliminated, I'm going to be 100% wrong. So I do not know who's going to... I don't know if that's going to be enough for Ari Springer, because she did finish ahead of Carlos Sanat and Wyatt Garcia. By how many spots, though? She's going to end up 29th. She will finish 5 spots ahead of Sanat and 8 spots ahead of Wyatt Garcia. Have we figured out our 4 drivers who've been eliminated? That's going to be the question we're going to have to find out. But I think that might have just ended Ari Springer's championship hope. So I think we might have confirmed our our third driver eliminated. I think the part it's going to come down to is going to be between who is going to be the 4th. Because here's what we know. Jesse Art's going to be right now on pins and needles. Because Jesse Art got collected. And remember, she comes in this race in that critical 8th position in the points. So this could be good news for drivers like Greta Wagner. Wagner's in 9th. So she is ahead of Jesse Art. Looks like Jesse Art, as of now, is in the danger zone. And Jesse Art could not afford a bad finish. I think the thing is, if Jesse Art wants to make the Elite 8, she is going to be ahead of Wyatt Garcia and Carla Sanat. But I think it's going to come down between Sanat, Garcia, and Art to see who will be that last driver eliminated. Boy, I don't want to have to be a calculus to figure that out. And again, I will find out. Everybody on Triple P will not know who got eliminated. And here's the other thing. None of our playoff contenders have won in this first round. So as things stand, we would have an 8-way tie for the points lead, which will make it easier for me in our pre-race show in 2 weeks at Kansas. Good run for Melanie Rogers for a go-or-go-homer. Her teammate Sean Art is in 6th, so it's been a very good day for Joe Gibbs Racing. Of course, they have the 18, 19, 20, and the 54. And remember, next season for Buffalo Wild Wings Series, we're going to have only 35 charters. And only 7 drivers will make it to every race. Will make it from the non-charter group. Because all the championship charters will more than likely be sold. Oh boy. And Monica Towns is running in 8th. Remember, she came into the race 7th in points, right above the cut line. So as of now, Monica Towns might have just locked herself a ticket into the round of 8. And Cody Smart might have a confirmed you blew it, but we will have to wait for the official scoring to tell me otherwise. And my pizza is done, so I'm gonna put the phone down and I'll be back real quick. This will be the last commercial break you'll have to, for me, to deal with. I need to tell Steven to go ahead. I need to remind myself to tell Steven to go ahead. I have an idea. How does she? Woo, it's hot. I'll shut up, oven. I will get you shut up. Let's see what we can cook. Oh, we can cook these tonight. We can cook feeding this tonight. That's fine. I'll probably get some more tortillas though, just to be on the safe side. I'll cook the meat. I'll cook it. I'm gonna probably cook a little longer. Because, hello, it's going to be delicious. There's Jesse R. So we'll have to see where this is going to situate Jesse. We already know the 7's going to be eliminated. We can 110% confirm that with y'all. By the way, for the 84, this is a well-needed run for the 84. This will get her out of the danger zone, so that way both of the Red Bull cars will keep their charters for next season. Taylor has not confirmed to me, however, what rides he will have for next season. I know he will probably have both of the Red Bull cars on his team. And then Parker Castle will more than likely take the 19 and the 54. And Parker Castle will be full-time for next season. We'll see. I haven't confirmed that yet. What a race here at Nashville. And of course, my heartfelt message is going to be saying sorry to the 4 drivers who sadly had their playoff hopes come to a crushing end. But as I said before yesterday in the Truck Series race, you guys just need to focus on these last 4 races, just trying to salvage what you can to get a win to end off what has been a very good season for you. Speaking of good season, these two are about to go side by side. Hattie Swar's having a good run. Of course, these two are former winners this season, the 86 and the 96. We don't know who will be in the 86 next season. There's been some rumors that the 86 could get some more sponsorship for next season, which would be nice. The only Honda Accord, of course, Honda could be expanding to 2 cars next season. As we're down to 5 laps of racing to go. Here comes Lucky Prescott. Don't count out Sean Art in that 18 car. Sean's in this mix for this win. It would be his 2nd career win in the Buffalo Wild Wings series, sorry. I forgot to get the pizza. Shit. I was too busy focusing on the battle for the win. I forgot to get my damn food. Oops. My bad. It's what happens when you have a shitty-ass sleep schedule like myself. Oh yeah, and I have a meeting with the panelists after this race. I got some in my eye. Ow, 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 ow. All right, 2 to go. Monica Towns out of nowhere is second. But that 9's going to get in the way. Monica Towns, if she wins, she's into the round of 8 no matter what happens. As of now, she's in the round of 8. We'll be at the white flag next time. Bye. White flag. 1 more lap to go. What a career year it's been for Lucky Prescott. It's a shame she couldn't do it into the playoffs, though. But remember, the 96 team is battling in the owner's title, which I don't do owner's title. I only do driver's points. It will be her 3rd career Buffalo Wild Wings Series win. Lucky Prescott wins at Nashville. What a job Lucky Prescott has done in the playoffs. It's sad that she's not battling for a championship, but she's building on what kind of future she's going to have for next season in the Buffalo Wild Wings Series. And she also becomes our first 3-time winner this season. How crazy to tell you, three wins for Lucky Prescott, and she's not battling for a championship. That tells you how interesting this format is. Standings are official. Hattie Swore so close, but we'll sell it for a second. This has been a good season for Hattie Swore. Comes as race 22nd in the points, so she'll move up through the point standings. Sean Art gets 3rd. Great run for Sean, 24th in the points. He'll move himself into the top 20 in points. Monica Towns, highest playoff contender, 4th. She's in the next round of the playoffs. Greta Wagner, 9th in points, was 3 points below the cut line. She's in the next round. Max Lipson in the next round. That's 3 playoff contenders right there. Bridget Thomas, Melanie Rogers, Kaylee Rankin, Samantha Greenville, top 10. Good run for Maddie Crenshaw. Excuse me. Where did the other 9 drivers finish in this race? We'll see where this is going to be. All right, so we had, let's see, all 3 of our playoff contenders there. Where did the remaining 9 finish? Annie Winters, 14th. She's in the next round with Darby King. That's 5. Bill San Diego, 22nd. We'll see. We're going to have to see where this is going to situate her. That would be 6. Jessie Art, 20, is the 7th highest playoff contender. She finished 26th, last car on the lead lap, and came in this race in that critical 8th position in the points. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, Ari Springer, 29th. She didn't even finish ahead of Jessie Art. She did finish ahead of drivers like Carla Sanan and Wyatt Garcia and out of the race, who also crashed in 34th and 37th. John Wesley Allen, 38th. He is eliminated from the championship. And J.J. Park, who's also been eliminated. Right now, the question marks I have is going to be the 32 and the 28. And we're actually about to find out right now who is moving on and who is not. So this is going to be big. But congratulations, nevertheless, to Lucky Prescott on the victory here today at Nashville. I have a good feeling Lucky Prescott's going to have a great future next season in this series, as I just went the wrong way on that. On the, okay, there it is. But, yeah. I already know 2 of the 4 drivers who've been eliminated. I don't know, however, who would be the other 2. Nashville sounds 120. I'm just going to name, that would be the name of the race, by the way. I forgot to do that. We had Maddie Crenshaw. We had Ginger Foutley. go ahead and add her, excuse me, to the Rookie of the Year honors, even though she's out of contention. Here you are. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good run for Maddie Crenshaw on her first start of the year. All right. We're about to find out. 3, 2, 1. All right, here is the playoff grid. Whoops, almost struck my phone there. And it is confirmed. The 4 drivers who sadly had been eliminated: Jesse Art, Ari Springer, John Wesley Allen, and JJ Park, meaning our Elite 8: Andy Winters, Max Lipson, Monica Towns, Carla Sanat, Darby King, Greta Wagner, Wyatt Garcia, and Bill San Diego. So congratulations to those 8 moving on to the next round. I'm sorry to Jesse Art, Ari Springer, John Wesley Allen, and JJ Park, who became the 4 drivers that sadly have been eliminated from the playoffs. So there you go. As we look here, Ginger Foutley having a... There she is, added to the points roster, and there's a look at Rookie of the Year points. So, yes. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race, as that's going to do it from here at Nashville. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We've shown you your full finisher results all the way down to 42nd. You are now looking at your rookie points. As, by the way, Lucky Prescott is now the Rookie of the Year points leader over Ari Springer. Your overall points, you now know the 4 drivers who've been eliminated from the championship and the drivers moving on to the next round. You will see the reformatted points in our pre-race show in 2 weeks at Kansas. We'll be at Kansas, Dega, and our final elimination race at Homestead before we determine the final 4 to compete for the championship at Toronto. So, yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow for the Monster Energy Series race here at Kansas. Till then, I've been Daniel signing off. Thanks as always for tuning into today's race, as you've been watching yet another broadcast courtesy of the PCSRA, the best center racing around the world since 2017. So long from Nashville. We'll see you tomorrow for the Monster Energy Series race.